So Marius, here we are here again on our Wednesday. We would
Second
obviously, second episode, and obviously we would bow for our arm wrestle, but I guess talking about arm wrestling is still not bad.
Yeah.
So a couple of
Second
things to
option.
talk about. Yeah.
Good second option.
Yeah, exactly.
Second arm
Second
wrestle.
option. Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Yeah. Obviously, King of the Table, right?
Yes, of course we have to go through those results, even if the matches were maybe not the most exciting.
Yeah.
But
But maybe we couldn't really expect those, like maybe the first match, but like we couldn't expect those two last matches to go like that, right? So
yeah, I guess it doesn't matter how the matches end. At the end, we are still interested in seeing them. So
what happened, right?
yeah, exactly what happened.
Also,
So
still interesting.
to me, also, it doesn't really matter if it's like 6-0 or not.
No, yeah. Of course,
Because
it depends how the rounds play out, right? Like if it's close rounds and it's 6-0, then it's good, right? Like if it's not
so
close,
somehow,
maybe
of
it's not
course,
so good.
it is exciting if the match ends up being very competitive.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't, it's still beautiful to see one of the guys dominating and like showing
Right.
that there is no way
Right.
he can lose.
Yes, and because you know the level, how good these guys are. So
Exactly.
if one guy is beating him and like
So to me,
dominantly,
it's
shows
still
a lot,
beautiful
right?
to me.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we should get into the first match.
You want to start?
You should restart, right? Like, or are people in here yet? Or yeah, okay, let's start.
Oh yeah, I should.
Did you check if?
Yeah, I checked the stream is working. I'll just
Okay, great.
make sure I can see the comments and stuff. So yeah, you can just go first. Raimons versus
Right.
Engin.
Kind of went like expected, right? Like,
True.
I was a bit confused because when in the build-up, Ray was talking about like really creating chaos and stuff, right? He was like saying, "I'm gonna be like do everything right," and I felt like they went to the strap like every round, right? Like without slipping. Like only the first round they slipped, or the next rounds.
My first comment when I saw the beginning of the match, I said that why is Ray going to the straps? He should be more annoying and he should waste time. And
I have like a theory. I feel like maybe because they're good friends, right? It's hard to be like how Devin is with most people, right? It's hard to be like that if you're fighting your friend, right? In a sense.
yeah, I guess you really have to mentally go into a different mode if you want to become annoying and maybe a little bit disrespectful and try to break the rules. But sometimes you have to do it.
Yeah, and when he's such a heavy underdog, he should really try to. Right, he should try.
That was his only option, right?
Yes, like really try to tire him out quickly.
And it didn't seem like he was going for it. It didn't seem like he was a bit quite relaxed. He maybe only started to be more aggressive in round 3, I would say. So and if I was him,
but still straight to the strap, right? Still straight to the
probably,
strap. Yeah.
But then you could see like he was like more hyped up and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I was hoping to see that in round 1. Maybe that would change something, but no.
Yeah, it was also kind of crazy how like precise Inken was with the pins. Like he was right down, like right to the pad, and then straight up again, right? Like
no wasted energy, nothing.
No energy wasted at all. Like it was just straight precision,
it was not,
right?
Yeah, it was not very clear if he did get the first pin, but I guess finally.
Oh yeah, that's true. But it was close, right? So
yeah. But also, to me, it's a bit weird, like how during these, let's say, important big super match events, I would like to see the pins which are just really buried into the pad. Somehow, it's not satisfying enough for me to just see a quick one, which is not clear. Like I would prefer a very clear pin.
It is more nice, right? And you would think as well, like with maybe Engin was just being really careful, but you would think like if he's that dominant, he should at least bury one of the rounds,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because every round was just the pad is here, he goes right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I guess he's not that, I don't, normally these guys, the guys who are exploding like that and just stopping, that's the thing. I feel like it's the only thing they can do. If they just stop for a bit longer,
so you
suddenly
think
the game.
if Engin stopped, if it was stopped, you don't think Engin would win still?
I'm just saying that every second can make a big difference. Like every second where he's like playing a bit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'm not sure if the match would be going our way, but
And you see
there's
he got a bit injured, right? So
yeah.
maybe if he got injured a bit earlier, then he couldn't perform the same way. So yeah, who knows? But yeah,
But yeah, so that's that. What about
yeah.
Morozov and Corey?
Maybe before we go to that match, maybe we should just like who do you think Engin should go against next? Who do you think is a? You don't want to pull him right now, right? But who do you think would be a good match?
No, I would like to pull Engin anytime because before he retires completely, I would. Yeah, maybe maybe I'm a good match for him because he's going for
85, right? 85.
yeah he's trying to reach his best shape ever, right?
Right.
Or he will at least try to do it. So maybe I'm a good next option. And by the way, I didn't tell you yet, but I just had some messages between me and Engin, and then I had a talk with the guy who I'm pulling. Because we didn't even mention the match with Vienna is being cancelled yet, right? So you see, we have
It's
many.
cancelled.
It's
Oh
cancelled.
shit.
I didn't tell you.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so you see, we have many things to talk about. Vienna's match is
Holy
cancelled, and also I already got another opponent.
damn.
So, but yeah, we can maybe keep it for a bit later.
Okay, let's save it. Let's save it. Okay. Okay, right. So Morozov and or
But
maybe
what about you? What is your opinion? Any good match for Engin? You
uh,
are maybe you're
I don't
watching all
know.
the current athletes
At the 85
or lower. I don't know.
lower. Do you think he wants to go lower? I don't
He
know.
might.
Who would be a good opponent? Who would be a good opponent? I don't know. Someone better than Ray, right? So who would be like a step up from Ray?
Yeah, that's difficult, right? Because many of the guys who are very well known, they might
Yeah.
be a bit too good at the moment for Engin.
Right. And you
If he,
want
if
someone who's kind of known, right? You don't want some like who's really good but still maybe not so popular. So
maybe Ryan Bowen,
no. He's 105 kilo or something, right?
maybe 110.
Yeah. But still like even with all the stuff going on between those two guys, I feel like that would just be a shit show, right? Like
But
I
yeah,
don't think Engel would take that match. No way. No
that's
chance.
drama, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
But it's like real drama. It's not like the fake drama, right? It's like yeah, so maybe it would be if that was
So,
possible, but I think Engel would still clear
yeah. I
that
think
pretty
Engin would
easily.
still, but it's a good step up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or step down, like because Ryan lost the.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Some guys in the club were saying that they think Ryan would beat Ray now. I don't know. I don't think so. What do you think?
Yeah, I would.
Just getting a bit bigger, like
I would
still
not say it does not necessarily make that big of a difference. I would not
no, I don't
really.
think so either. I
No.
feel like Ray would just hook him and put him down.
The only thing which I feel like is different is that maybe Ryan had a bad weight cut last time.
Yeah,
He
that's
did
true.
look quite frail and skinny, and like he didn't look healthy. So maybe it affected him more than it should.
Right, but still, with him being affected a bit from that, like Ray was like toying with him, right? So how much
Yeah.
more would you get
Yeah,
from
maybe
less?
Raymond and Ryan is a good rematch someday.
Yeah, yeah. But still, like, what would Ray get out of doing like a rematch like that? Like,
Yeah.
imagine he loses to a big
To
Ryan.
Big
So
Ryan, yeah.
yeah, like,
Yeah, right. Maybe there's no reason to.
and if he wins, what do he get out? What does he get? Right, like.
Also, he did it already anyway, so it's
Yeah,
like.
yeah. So it doesn't really. If I was Ray, I wouldn't take that match.
Mhm.
Just doesn't really seem that interesting.
But okay,
Yeah,
so
I still don't know who would be a good opponent for Ingen. Maybe Boshida could be nice, interesting.
Bojdar is injured apparently.
Oh, yeah, but still, like, it could be interesting to see if Ingen could take his wrist. What do you
Jerry's
think?
Beanie, he's saying that it will probably be a better match right now, which I
The
find
the
to agree
Ry- the
with.
Ryan Bone
Yeah,
one, right? Not
Ryan and
the
Raymond.
Ray. Yes. Yeah, but I still think probably if it's East versus West, I still think Ray wins 3-0. I just
Yeah, but
don't.
maybe
Doesn't
it's
make
more
sense.
even now. Maybe more even.
More power, yeah, more power. Yeah.
But okay, so
Wait,
the
do you
match.
think Enkin could take Boshida's wrist if he's
Yeah,
healthy?
so actually, Enkin and Bojdar, it is an interesting match. If Bojdar was healthy,
Yeah, exactly right. Could be maybe interesting because
but yeah, it is. It really
so
is.
that maybe could be a good next match.
Because yeah, that's
Yeah.
these two are very opposite, you could say. One of them
Yeah.
has a wrist
Right.
somehow, or has a top roll, which always works, right?
Yes.
And
Where he
then
always
another
gets the
guy,
wrist right, and
yeah,
and the guy
exactly,
who always gets his hook right. So it's
right. So
like
who is gonna like
most of
where
the
is it
time
gonna
you
go,
would.
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like most of the time you would think Incan probably gets the wrist against most guys, right? Against Bushida, I'm like,
Yeah.
could he get the wrist? So that's
So
interesting, right?
yes, it's really interesting because
So that could be a
really,
good one,
I
right?
have no idea how it would look like, and
No, meaning like I can't really predict that one, like in my
or
head at
maybe
least.
I do have an idea. Like I feel like Borjdar would not lose his wrist; he would kind of remain flat, and then Engen would try to pin it sideways, and then Borjdar would try to catch it above the pin, right?
Okay,
And then it's either a pin or Borjdar brings it back.
right.
So I feel like Borjdar would not still not lose his wrist.
Yeah, because I haven't seen Enkin like going from like a position here to shoulder press. I don't see
Yeah,
that
no, no. If it
that's not
stops, it
happening,
will be
right?
quick. I think if it stops, it's quite quick.
Yeah. Okay. Next match.
Yeah. So you go for Morozov and Corey. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a slaughter, right? Second slaughter in a row.
Yeah.
I was thinking before the match. I was thinking like that. I think I predicted the match to go like 4-3 for Morsov. I felt like with Core could get inside, but he was just getting there was just nothing, right? Like also because like the way Corey beat. That's why you can't really always do that. Like the fighting math, right? Like this guy beats this guy, this guy beats this guy. It
Hmm.
doesn't always work, right? Because you saw how Corey beat was the guy Merritt, Cody Merritt. You saw it almost looked like he beat him
Right.
more easy than
No
Morsov did,
problem. Hmm.
and then Morsov is just doing this to him, like almost just
Yeah, that was disrespect, right? Like,
yes, he was just
just
way
like
too
what
much,
the.
way too
Mhm.
much.
But you know what I thought? I could see quite a big difference in experience levels because Morozov was also just more technical and smarter. His
Yes,
setup
yeah,
was you didn't even have to see the match. It was quite clear that the Morozov wins already by a setup
yeah. The first
nicely,
round,
quite
right?
almost
First round was so like
also a little bit low handing and
yeah.
just getting out of the hand and just finishing.
Morsov was so confident. Like the first round, he goes down here, right? He has the ability to pin, and he just lets Corey slip, right? First round, they haven't
Okay.
gotten to the
I
strap
didn't
yet.
notice. I mean, I don't remember that, but
He goes like this down close to the pad, and he lets like Corey just
let's
kind of slip under.
okay.
So yeah. I was thinking that as well when I was watching. Like like Morozov is such like he kind of has like the good path, right, to that level where he is at right now. Like he started at WAF and he, winning there,
Yeah,
and now
yeah,
he's
yeah.
progressed. Like I feel like
He
that's
took
probably
his
what a lot of
time. Yeah,
those. Yeah, exactly. Feels like that's what a lot of those Americans are missing, right? Like high level competition, like often, right? Like more often than not.
Engin was just lately talking about how iron sharpens iron, and we have so many more high level pullers constantly fighting each other here in like Europe or Asia.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, yeah, in US maybe it's not so easy for them to.
Yeah, it's a big trip to take all the way to
Also, this
Kazakhstan or wherever the
right.
world is, right?
This comment here is very relevant because the guy says that Corey most likely didn't train as hard as he was training when Michael was helping.
Yeah,
So Corey was
but Michael's not
Corey and
that good
Michael is a good
left-hander,
combo.
right?
True. Ah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he's maybe not
So
that good of a training partner for the left hand.
yeah, left-hander.
Like seems like Michael can only do his press on left and
And I think that even the power level is not the same.
not the same at all. So yeah, it's a good theory, but I think maybe that would be more relevant on the right hand, right? Like
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, in any case, all of these big guys, I'm sure they struggle finding good
yeah.
opponents because
Okay, Lagia is saying Corey needs to lose weight. And what do you think Corey needs to do?
he was a bit lighter than before, right? What do I think Corey needs to do?
Couldn't tell. Yeah, like what should he do to get?
Uh,
Obviously, he's fighting the number one guy, right? But
looked like his setup could be better. The setup was not good enough. Like it was very like he was trying to be strong. He could still be smarter at getting into the hook.
okay,
He allowed.
He couldn't really set it properly, right?
He did allow too much. I feel like.
Yeah. You see the next comment? Do you see Jerry's P? Yeah.
Yep. It's coming someday.
You can't do any like video or stream about someone asking you about Daniel. That's like
So you see, so I guess
it's like your arch nemesis, right?
Right. But we are both still very young, right? And we have time. I wonder where does the rivalry go, like in another 5 years, another 10 years.
Yeah, it's fun, interesting stuff.
My goal is to beat him at the end.
In 10 years.
So yeah, in 10 years.
You don't want to beat him now? Maybe 10 years?
No, now also maybe 5, but at some point I will not let it go.
So you think Daniel has leveled up since you beat him last, maybe? Since you're like not, you don't see him like.
No, he's in a good shape. He's in really good shape. But at the same time, he has a smaller frame. Maybe little by little I can.
Like yeah, he beat him last year. Was it last year or the year before in Turkey?
Yeah.
In the super match, the Turkey for yes, Istanbul, yeah.
So yeah, it's coming. But wait a second. Should we take a short break and I can talk about the Giannis match being cancelled?
Yeah, it's probably relevant, right? Yeah.
Right. So yeah, a couple of days ago, Engin is writing me and he's saying that Giannis is complaining about some elbow pains, and it didn't sound like a huge injury or anything.
Okay.
So at first I was a bit like, oh, Giannis running away again. But then I called Giannis, and I guess I have to agree with him that he just didn't feel
yeah, good enough.
Yeah, it is cancelled. No, he told me that he was just strong, and then something happened, and it's difficult for him to use side pressure. So something in the elbow is preventing him from.
Yeah, and you don't want like such a high-profile match if you're not at your.
Yeah, so for sure even I would not enjoy the match if he comes in and suddenly the elbow starts to hurt and he cannot do much, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really blame him for canceling
Right.
it.
Right.
Maybe we can still
But
do
even
it
then,
when he starts to feel better.
isn't okay? But yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Still very unfortunate.
Yeah, so it's still a bit sad.
Right. But it's gonna happen at some point, right? Like has to.
Well, I hope so. I think I made a video right after the match being announced, and in the not in the comment section, but in the description, I just wrote, "I hope Yanis doesn't cancel the match." And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so it happened.
You spoke it into existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe he suddenly,
So. Oh yeah. So, are you allowed to talk about the next the replacement?
I guess I can talk about it. It's obviously not announced yet, so not official, let's say. But
Right.
let's talk about it.
Hopefully, you don't get in too much trouble.
No, I think I'm fine. Engin was first of all thinking about some guys like Emil Amerchandian, because Emil will be pulling Daniel during the same event on the left.
Right.
And then we talked a little bit about Krasovskis or Borzidar. I was almost going for Borzidar already, but then Borzidar. That's how I know that Borzidar is also injured, because apparently he couldn't make it.
Right.
He most likely got injured with Krasovskis, right? Remember?
Yeah.
It looked a bit sketchy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that did look sketchy. Yeah.
So finally, just now today, try to guess who is it. It's none of the names which I mentioned now.
None of those names. Is it any we have been talking about, or
it's a name who someone who is.
Let me try to guess it. Yeah, can I ask you like leading questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so is it a West guy?
It is a West guy.
Is it a West guy? Okay, it's a West guy. Is it no? They wouldn't give you this guy. Have you faced him before?
No.
No. Okay, so it's not him. Who is there? David. It's not Corey Miller, right?
I see. Oleg Mose, Corey Miller.
Oleg Mose is too big, right? He's too big. He's like 85 or something.
But no, it's not Corey and it's not Oleg. No.
Okay, so
keep guessing, guys.
Who could it be?
It's actually an easy guess.
It's an easy guess?
It's an easy one. Yeah,
is it a rematch? Oh, you haven't fought him before.
Yeah, no. Let's see who can guess first. Is it the chat or Marius?
It's not gonna be. I'm fried right now. Who is it?
Maybe chat.
The easy guess?
It is a very easy guess.
Is it a heavy guy than you? Probably, right? All those Americans are heavy.
Someone is saying Jeff Hale.
Yeah, that was the guy I was thinking, but you faced him before.
Borzidar, not Borzidar.
It's a West guy. So
it's a West guy, yes.
West.
So he's from US.
Mm-hmm.
And he is gonna be heavier than me, yes.
Okay, heavier.
But normally everyone is heavier, so it's not doesn't really say much. Devon Larratt.
Nice.
Yes, it's Devon Larratt. No,
yeah, he's definitely heavier. Man, why can I not?
It's a very easy one.
Yes, you're saying it's easy. Who the hell?
I can give you some hints in a minute.
Right, maybe I need to ask another question.
Someone is saying Artem Taranenko.
Did he participate in WL?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good question. So maybe it's maybe it is. How can I not think? It's always.
So okay, let me help you.
Okay, yeah, give me another hint.
This guy was already at East versus West. I think this is.
Okay, you're facing Doug. You're facing Doug.
Yes, yes,
Ah,
Doug
okay,
Garlic.
nice. Man, why did he take that match? What is?
No, it's good.
Okay, yeah,
Someone's saying Tullier, but no, not Tullier. So it's Doug Early, guys.
Doug Gillick. Okay.
Um,
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
happy that he took the match. I'm very happy about that. And we just actually had a call right before this live stream.
Right.
So he's feeling good. He's big.
Oh, he was the guy. That was the call you took in the studio, or before
No,
that?
not that one. Before that. Before.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. What's your thoughts about that match? What do you think? You
So
like the match, right?
I like the match because I felt him during that warm up, which we did last time when I was getting ready for Cherkasso and he was getting ready for Daniel.
Yeah.
And I felt very good about it. But obviously, of course, I know that it might not be um, his challenge
It's not a
level, which
match,
he
right?
showed me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not true, right? Maybe he didn't really show me everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he also told me today, that he said that no, I didn't show you everything.
Okay.
And he said that now he's like 90, 91 kilo now.
Also, he's big.
And the match is under 85.
Yeah.
But I think it's very fair. No problems here.
Very, very fair. Yeah.
Very fair.
Because
As
you're.
always, my
Yes.
as always, my goal is just to look good and make my opponent look bad. So I feel like this some weight difference is only helping me to achieve this. You know, if he loses while being bigger, it's even better.
It's better. Yeah.
And
Okay.
what else? Yeah, it's an interesting match. I guess top roll versus top roll. I guess that's
Yeah.
what we are gonna do. Maybe I hook him round 3.
Maybe you can hook him round 1
Well, no,
or flop him. Flop him.
he's still a strong guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He is. He is. Yeah.
So and we never know. He might.
Actually, just thinking about it, I'm not really sure how it goes. Like, just just thinking about it. Like, oh, I think you will win, but like, how it will look, I'm not sure how it will look. Maybe you just cup him, or
Yeah, so it might start to look ugly, right? Because there's no. It's like top roll versus top roll.
right?
Maybe
Doesn't
we
seem like
both
a
lose.
clear lane.
Yeah, and also I do need that clear lane in order for me to just kind of stop the match.
Yeah.
If it doesn't stop in a nice way, I might be in trouble.
Okay. Yeah. What about this question? Engin Terzi versus Plamen.
Also a good match because the Plyman has a very special kind of top roll.
Yeah, he seems strong. I'm not sure if Engin could. That would probably be maybe after if he faced Bushida. Maybe after that, maybe it would make sense to then jump another level up and try him. Seems maybe a bit of a tall task right now. Or
But
would you
stylistically,
say?
I can see Engen being quite good at it
You
because
think
Engen
so?
has quite a good hit sideways. He
Mm-hmm.
might be able to keep finishing those matches off the go.
Yeah.
Because any kind of top roller, for any kind of top roller, it's still difficult to deal with Engen's hand
His
and
wrist,
back
right?
pressure. Yeah. So suddenly, Plyman might be much less effective if he meets another great top roller.
Yeah. I do, but I feel like he would stop it for sure. Don't think
So
like he.
that's basically the question: would it stop or no?
Yeah. I
You
feel
know,
like it would
Plyman
just
sometimes
his
he's
arm is
yeah,
so strong, like right, like his arm is so strong. Like, I feel like he would stop it, even if his wrist is a bit back.
but he's also loading it up in a very weird position where his shoulder is quite low. So I feel
Yeah.
like he allows someone to hit sideways very hard
Oh yeah, he's not
on
protecting.
him.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's not really protecting that area, which might
But
be
he could
problem.
change it up, right? Like he could. Maybe that's probably maybe he wouldn't do that,
Mhm.
but you know, like if you're facing someone, you know how to prepare. a bit better.
No, no.
But yeah,
So
okay.
at least we know that the power level of Plyman would help him a lot because
Yeah,
the dynamic would be much better than Raimund and Engin.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. Uh, Lagi is asking if you know anything about the order of the matches.
No, 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 no. But it seems like whenever Engin is posting these matches on Facebook, seems like he's kind of putting them in order already. Like I remember.
I think I realized something at some point when I was just I can't remember what I was doing, but I was for some reason I was downloading pictures from their website, and the pictures were numbered.
Ah,
So I feel like there was some correlation between these numbers on the
mhm.
pictures and the fight order. Maybe not,
Conspiracy.
and maybe they don't do it anymore. But I feel like there was some correlation there
Mm.
if you just like download the pictures from their website. But yeah, anyway, it's probably gonna be the more. There's probably some logical order, right? Like
Yeah,
Hermes and Jerry, the last match,
yeah.
and
Most exciting match at the end.
yeah,
So wait a second. We kind of started to talk about Yanis a little bit, and then
right.
should we
We
go
should go
back
back maybe.
to just to finish the last Devon versus Dave before
Yeah,
we proceed.
just wanna just this one real quick. In the past, Engin said Plummet would be heavily favored.
Yeah, but don't listen to Engin. Engin is
No, yeah, I feel like he kind of sandbags a bit, right? Like he acts like
yeah,
he's a bit
he's always
worse than he really is, right? To
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of the impression I get at least. Because he was also saying with the Ray,
He's
like
trying.
even though he's like
He's trying
yeah,
to be respectful. He doesn't want to be a bit like me and just say
right. But he
say
knows,
that
like even with Ray, right? Like he
he
knew
knew.
before,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that was an easy match for him, right? Like he knew, and he's saying like, "Oh, I'm not in a good shape and stuff."
yeah.
Man,
Of course he knows.
yeah, he knows. But okay,
So
did we finish the thoughts on Morsov and?
I think let's leave those guys alone. Let's go straight to Devon and
Oh, wait, okay,
Dave.
wait. I have one question actually. One question
Sure.
regarding that one. So, who is left for Morsov on the left hand? Oh, Vitaly maybe, right? Leletin maybe.
What about Zaur?
Is he left?
Is
Is
he
he left?
is he only right hand puller?
I don't. He has only pulled recently in the EMC, right? And they only have right hand. So
Maybe Gennady.
on left, yeah, maybe.
Gennady must
But
have a good left.
Vitaly has already he faced Sporn right on left, and
No, Vitaly is for sure a good option.
yeah, seems like maybe
Yeah.
that's the next logical match for Artyom. So
I
yeah,
was
okay,
just
but that was
thinking if
just
there's anyone else.
yeah, maybe, but there's Muratov, right? But he's maybe a little bit too light.
Oh yeah,
Halichan,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he beat Cody Merritt as well, right? But it was not as clean as
But I think
Morozov.
that would be over his
There's
capability
too
a little
much
bit.
weight.
Too much,
Yes,
just too much. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe in the future if he keeps getting bigger, but
Growing.
probably not likely, right? Like he still seems like he's in
Yeah, he
between
would
that
need a lot of
95 and
time
105.
to build it up.
Yeah.
So tell me your opinion about Devon and Dave. What did you think?
Yeah. I didn't expect Devon to beat Dave so badly. Like it was from round one, right? Like there was no chance.
Well, at least Dave was trying some technical moves which would make sense. He was maybe
Yeah.
trying to flop a bit, getting shoulder behind.
Yeah, but he just kind of was. He couldn't really get close enough. He couldn't. He didn't have enough like to get close enough,
Yeah.
right? To get the flop properly. I know I expected Dave to take like at least one match, right? And probably two. I didn't expect him to go straight to the pad, but I expected him to
hmm
go probably close, right? And maybe lose his wrist a bit, and then he could transition?
I guess I expected the Devon to be super dominant, so for me it's not a surprise somehow.
Okay.
But
Even seeing like, okay, obviously Dave had a bad performance against Rivers, but before that, like he was doing really good against Hermes, and he beat Vitaly, right? And
I feel like it's maybe not really about Dave; it's just more about Devon
okay,
reaching new levels now.
yeah, okay,
Because you can see
yeah,
he's different. He's so much more tight, and everything works.
yeah. It seems like his arm doesn't open the same way anymore. Like it looks like he
Yeah,
really
so
stays a lot more tight. Yeah,
he's going inside, he's going outside. So
yeah, yeah. That was crazy. That was like the first round, or I think they restarted the first round, right? And then he just hooked him. He
something
went
like
like
that. Yeah, I
this,
don't even.
and then he got him back again. Like
Oh yeah, not the first one, but
maybe the second round, and
one
then
of
the
the or maybe
restart or
one of the
something.
last rounds. I feel like.
No, it was like one of the first rounds for sure,
Oh, okay.
like straight in a hook. So yeah,
But yeah, so good match, I guess.
right. And that even like it's probably quite nice because now there's so many matches for Devon, right? Seems like like before this match, I felt like he would probably get destroyed by Hermes. Now I'm like, okay, maybe Hermes could actually
Yeah, for
a
sure.
match
Because I
with
feel like
Hermes could be a
Devon.
good match. Yeah, now it
I feel
seems
like
like
Devon can really fight everyone now.
yeah, that's my new assessment as well after this
Mm.
performance. Like it was just yeah, crazy
I
strong.
guess Devon and Devon, yeah, maybe didn't get lucky with Gennady, but so Gennady is also amazing, by the way. Like if he
Yeah,
was
that
able
is
to
great. Yes, for
defeat
sure.
West Devon.
Yeah, yeah, and the endurance, right? Like for sure, he had
Yeah.
more endurance than Devon,
Feels
right?
like the
So
endurance aspect, like Gennady being able to sit in this defensive hook, which I said doesn't
right.
exist. Maybe
Yeah,
it works for
it's not a
Gennady.
good position, right? But he was just holding on, and Devon couldn't finish him, and so yeah. But yeah, that was very unexpected for me, at least. That I did expect Devon to win, but not in that manner for sure, and not in a hook or anything, right? Like
Take a look at this comment. Zaur is apparently not strong on the left.
I
Okay.
believe he lost to Matyushenko on left. Yeah, maybe that was the same tournament where Matyushenko faced Vitaly as well, and so on. There was some tournament where they
Right.
faced, and Vitaly just smashed through Matyushenko as well on left.
Okay. I missed it somehow.
So Vitaly is probably the best matchup for Morsel, right, in the future on left hand.
Well, I didn't think much about it, but yes, let's say Vitaly is for sure a good option. Maybe there's someone else also, but I didn't really think too much about it.
Not any obvious, not anyone else obvious, right? Like
We have plenty of good arm wrestlers, so it's difficult to remember them all. Right?
yeah, yeah.
You see, even Dadikian did well against Marozo.
Yes, that was left-handed, right? As well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
true.
Siplenkov.
And we're gonna see Dadikian at AMC now. He's competing in 105, so they made a new category for 105, and he's competing there. So
Okay, cool.
let's see if he
So
wins
this, yeah,
it.
and that event is happening very soon, right? It's like this next weekend, right?
Yeah, I saw a bunch of promotion on Instagram, so I think it's probably pretty soon.
Yeah, since I was almost planning to go, I remember it's next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Emil Mershadian competing, and then of
Right.
course Alan Zoloev and the rest of the guys.
So maybe next week we make some predictions on who wins the different classes and stuff. Could maybe be interesting to see who we know are coming there, who could maybe come there and stuff. Like,
But that would be too late because
oh, it's this weekend.
it's this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said okay.
Yeah, it's the 2nd of July.
Oh shit! So that's on Sunday.
Yeah, or Saturday. I
Oh.
don't know.
Okay. Also, and Amir Shadian is competing in 75.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Mm. So they're probably him and Ellen will probably have a. What do
Also
you think? Do you
Macaro.
think Makarov is coming as well?
That's what I know, if I'm not
Okay.
wrong. So you see, we have to predict AMC, and we have to maybe also predict this Ryan Bowen
Yeah.
event.
Nice. Okay, which one would you maybe look at first? Maybe at
Yeah, let's
the
maybe
Ryan Bowen
AMC a
one.
little. Okay, Ryan Bowen.
Okay.
But wait a second.
I think maybe I think they had a website.
Yeah, let's try to
but,
find that website.
but I'm not sure if they
AWE.
fully. Yeah, I'm not sure if they finished it. But still, I think I can remember the important matches in my head. I think the other ones are probably not we can probably don't know enough about them. Anyways,
Yeah, so it's just.
should we just go through those matches like in?
Okay, yeah, you tell me a match and then we can
Right.
discuss it.
So there's maybe the first one.
Oh, sorry, Marius, just to interrupt you for a second. I
Right.
noticed a very correct
I see.
comment. This must be highlighted.
Right. Maybe just keep it there the rest of the
Yeah, I
stream,
should keep
right?
it here. Exactly. If I want to show something else, I will just quickly switch, but then switch back to this.
Yeah.
So yes, what were you saying?
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's the first one. I'm not sure which order it is in, but Lachlan Adair versus Jordan Sill. And I'm not sure how much you know about Jordan Sill.
Quite an interesting match, I would say, because Jordan Sill was always a super strong guy from US.
Right.
So I would probably still guess that Lachlan takes it, just because.
Yeah, I feel like. Did you see like I think it was last year where when Lachlan went to the US, I think he fought with Jaggers, the super heavy, and I think he like pretty dominantly beat him. And I'm not sure how Jaggers is compared to Jaggers is obviously not like a super elite heavyweight, but a super heavyweight, but
Yeah, so people are saying that Jordan is a very good puller, a beast.
Right, but he's also smaller, right? That's the thing. Should be smaller, I'm sure.
He has a big frame. So I just don't know if he is good. You know, what is his shape lately? I guess if he signed up for it, must be a good shape. So not an easy match to predict, but I would still maybe go with Lachlan.
Yeah, I'm going with Lachlan as well. I think he will hook him in and finish him somewhat easily, I think.
But if I remember correctly, Jordan could also go for a top roll.
Yeah,
he wanted to. So
I feel like he can't. He won't be able to open the wrist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't really know too much about the guys, anyways. So
let's do the next one. So
let's do the next
Todd Hutchings, and the big New Zealand guy Matau Iringi. You were in Ironhouse, right, when he was there?
Yeah. So Todd Hutchings is coming to Australia.
Yeah. And I think like you remember, right? The plan was for Todd to face Bowen, and then he got injured, and then Bowen faced Matau Iringi, and he lost to him. So now that's the mess, right? Like now it's Todd Hutchings and the big New Zealand guy. So what do you think?
I'm very sure that Todd Hutchings wins. Very sure.
Yeah.
Even if Matau Iringi guy is strong.
Yeah, it's the star, right?
Stylistically, he's not gonna finish it.
It's he does the open top roll, right? And that's just easy for Todd to plow through.
I think Todd will go straight through him.
Yeah. Someone's saying here, Armwrestling Cycling France, if Lachlan gets lost on the go like he often does, it'll be Jordan all day. Yeah, so maybe there could be some technical stuff that Jordan can exploit, right?
No, I'm sure Jordan can.
Right.
about many of the technical things.
Yeah, that could be. Let me just find this one and put it on again. There we go.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you almost made a mistake in front.
Wait, let me put this one. Jerry's Beanie wants to see you face face Hutchings.
But also Hutchings, he did not seem to be amazing lately. For example, against Artem
Atom?
Taranenko.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that. He lost the round,
so
right? On right
he
hand.
did. Yeah, he seemed a little bit vulnerable. Maybe
Yeah.
not on the
Especially
highest
outside,
dose.
especially outside of the strap, right? Like seems like, but I think it was because he was trying to hold on. Like he was purposely trying to beat him outside of the strap.
And Artem is, of course,
Yeah.
hitting it hard
Yeah,
these days.
I think probably like if Todd goes up against like a really serious opponent, I think he's not playing around as much. He probably like if he was 100% serious, I don't think he would lose that round
Yeah,
to
so he can
probably.
maybe jump into a better shape for this. Yeah, if he thinks he needs it.
Yeah, probably not, right? I don't think. But
Yeah, I guess
maybe he's already gearing up for John Brasink, right? John Brasink is in
Oh
August,
yeah.
so
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
could be starting to get ready for that stuff
To
and
get
get
let's
ready,
call it
right?
like that. Get ready.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, because that's yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the only way.
yeah. So yeah, for sure. But so I'm not sure how many rounds the AW is. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch the last one. So I guess they're probably using the same format, right? Like as the last time. So maybe someone in the chat knows how many rounds. But I guess
Yeah.
Todd is
I guess it
probably
doesn't really
beating
matter.
him. Yeah, I guess 3-0 probably, right? Like, you think he could lose a round or not?
Todd,
Mm-hmm.
everything
I
can
don't,
happen.
yes, and I
Maybe
don't,
one round.
and probably not with this guy because this guy is also running for a top role, so it's probably not. He's not vulnerable. Like
Yeah,
the
he's not
times
gonna hit
Todd
hard
loses,
sideways.
yes, the times Todd loses was like with like guys who move sideways, right? Like
Hmm.
Prutnik and stuff. And
So this should be quite safe for him.
okay, 6 rounds. Yeah, but so 4-0 for Todd, I think most likely.
Agreed. Next,
Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Is it my internet or is it yours?
Okay, I'm just lagging a bit, maybe.
Looks all right now.
Think
I think you are back.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, so the next one is Bowen versus Autumn Ternenko.
So here, well, maybe you want to start. What do you think?
I think you should start. I started the last time, so maybe you should start now.
I'm quite confident in Artem winning, actually.
Yeah.
I know Artem is in good shape. I felt him myself. He's okay strong. Doesn't really have too many holes. I think he's pulling a lot. He's not gonna get tired too quickly
Right.
either. So I feel like Bowen is, of course, not going into an easy match here for sure.
No, I don't think so either. I was
Even if he
actually
wins, it should be very difficult for Ryan.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's kind of 50-50 maybe. Even I think most people think Bowen is the favorite, right?
I would say that even Artem is
Like
the favorite for me.
yeah, for you probably, but I think maybe the
So
public consensus is probably Bowen being the favorite.
yeah, right. But I don't know.
You
Maybe
see, there's someone saying here, Autumn was close to Bowen's power in East versus West 5. After pool, he's on another level now.
Mhm.
But I guess like that's Ryan is good at talking himself up, right? So
Exactly. So he's good at marketing. So,
yeah, good marketing for sure.
but of course here it's of course not a mismatch.
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
I think Ryan
it
is in a match. So,
could be good match. Yeah, could be a good match for
but
sure.
okay, could also maybe be one-sided towards Artem. I can also
I don't
see
know.
Artem crushing
And
Ryan. Maybe.
okay, maybe you have some just from maybe from you pulling with him, but I feel like from the videos I've seen, the way Adam pulls, like this kind of Travis style, right? I feel like he could maybe lose his wrist when he tries to pin. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like if he does this like
Yeah, I know.
close and he goes and he comes here and he can't pin, I don't think he can transition like in a good way. I think if it stops like that, Bone would probably win said round, and
But also,
that's the style I've seen him pulling.
I don't think it would immediately disable Artem, even if he loses it a little bit.
Right.
I feel like he can still kind of
You think he can still hit?
keep
and
leaning
get
backwards
closer?
and hitting. Yeah, I feel like he can still do that.
Okay, yeah, maybe. So that's why I'm actually not quite sure who I would go with here. I think maybe
At least I'm pretty sure that Ryan is not winning easily. Like, I'm pretty sure about that.
yeah. Yeah, okay. I don't know who to go with. Maybe I'll say 60% for. I don't know who.
I guess you have to say 50-50 if it's.
Yeah, I think I'll probably say 50-50. Yeah, it's probably.
I will say Artem wins.
Okay. Yeah, because the other day when I was thinking about it, I was thinking that Artem will win as well. But then again, like I still feel like maybe depends. Maybe if he's just that much stronger, then it won't matter. But I feel like he could lose the wrist and then not be able to finish. Okay, but yeah, so
Could be a fun event, right?
yeah, could be. And I think maybe there was something about it maybe being free on YouTube or something.
Okay, no, I didn't.
I think I saw
see
some
any
post
of that.
about some food company sponsoring the event, and if his
Right. Okay, I remember.
people bought the yeah exactly. So maybe it's free if enough people bought that meat stuff.
But yeah, maybe it's worth watching. Like, because now we went through the matches. It does seem
Yeah.
like the matches are interesting. So
Right, and there's another couple matches before that, but those are some local Australians, I think. So maybe you need to get invested a bit before, but yeah, it could be a fun event maybe.
okay, so I guess let's finalize it.
Go to the ABC. What am I saying? AMC, right?
AMC. Yeah.
Should maybe look at that.
I guess we don't really know too much about the athletes either at AMC.
Right. I think on Instagram, I think they do have a lot of. I think for sure Surab is coming. I saw Surab. Surab is coming. I think Dadikian is coming, right? And the lightweight guys you mentioned earlier. Do you want to talk about the comment?
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. Yeah, we met at bottom 8. So now we meet again. So there is some history.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ryan got a good win last
Ryan
time.
won that run. Ryan won that. Yeah.
But this is completely different. Artem.
Right. Both quite different, right? From back then. When was bottom 8? Was it like 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
I think even more years
2
ago.
years maybe. More?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember.
The super heavy class. Oh yeah, that's right. Both Vitaly and Sauer is coming. Both of them.
So it must be one of these two, right? Or maybe
Silayev is coming as well.
Silayev, yeah, maybe Silayev.
I guess Ferret is probably not coming because of East versus West, right?
So it's still 1 month. He might.
Yeah.
Do it.
Maybe. Seems like it all depends, right? Like how it would be pretty impressive if Sauer could recover from that bicep thing so quick, right?
And it seems like he did recover, right? He's already
from the lifts, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure.
Somebody's saying about David Samusha participating.
Okay, in what weight then? In 95?
Maybe 85.
Is there an 85? Oh yeah, there is an 85.
Yeah, there's an 85.
Yeah, so probably
So you see,
Svet.
so AMC is actually attracting many of the big guys already
Yes,
because the money prize is good.
and Soloyev and Svetan, I guess maybe in 85 again, right?
And
And
also
the
there's yeah.
and all the other Russian 85 guys.
And by the way, so for Samusha, it really makes sense to go because first of all, Georgia is super close to the place
Close, yeah.
where yeah, it's
Yeah.
super close. And then did you know about this new second overall class? Because there's one
No,
overall class which is just normal overall,
they have the
and then they
plus
made
95, right? And then they have overalls. Is that it, or what do you mean?
yes, yeah, that's what I mean. But there's now another one which is under 85 kilo. So like 65, 75, and 85 kilo guys can go to this second overall, which
So a
also
second
has,
overall.
but it has the same money prize as the first one,
Okay.
which is, for example, first place $10,000.
Yeah. So that's
So suddenly it really makes sense for David Samushin.
do you think some guys would not do their own class and just go to that
No,
one only?
I don't
Or
think you can do that. I think
oh, so you have to
I
participate in your
think
own
so. Yeah.
classes. Okay.
But so if Samusha goes and wins his own class and then wins also the overall, it's
Right.
$15,000.
It seems like he would be the favorite if he went, right? Like he's so dominant at East versus West.
Yeah, exactly. So he's now currently doing very well at 85 kilos. And also last time I saw him versus who was he fighting last time at East versus West? Maybe
Last time
Craig
was
Tullier or someone else.
that was yeah, he fought Craig Tully and he fought what was the guy?
Um, Daniel Prokopchuk maybe, or
That was yeah, he did fight Daniel as well.
but was Craig Tullier his last match or was it someone else?
No, there was someone else. I feel like there was someone else.
Elsesor,
Sorry,
Elsesor.
yes,
Okay, okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So during that match with Elsesor or during that weekend, I could see that David was much bigger than normally. He was really jacked. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking he's trying to bring a
Good
very good
shape.
shape. Yeah. And yeah,
Yeah,
people are saying that the two overalls is a good idea.
yeah. I mean, it's nice to have so much money, right? Like for even the lighter guys. It's
Yeah,
nice.
somehow it doesn't really make sense, you know.
Okay, it's
But
weird as well having the plus 95 and then an overall, right? Like that's also a bit confusing, but yeah.
yeah,
Because
so I guess
the guys
to
in plus
me,
95 would probably most likely be the favorites for the overall anyways, right?
ah, but you never know. You know, normally, here in Denmark we
Oh,
do
yeah,
it where
true. There was
like
that
you
guy.
can compete. Yeah, okay, you
Go
go.
on. Okay, but there was that guy, I can't remember his name now, the presser who beat Dmitry Silayev and beat Ferret, and he was from, I think, maybe the 95 class or something. So there is some lighter guys who get
Yeah,
close
so
to
overall is
being there.
basically the needed to find out if there's some lighter guy who can still do well against the big guys, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's the
85
point,
kilo,
right? Yeah.
yeah, so 85 kilo overall
Yeah, it's
is a
Sakov,
bit
yeah.
it's a bit weird, but I guess it's interesting to see if the smaller guys can still do. I don't know.
Right.
I will not. Of course, I'm very happy because for me it's relevant. Wait a second, I'm losing you. Looks, guys, looks like we lost Marius. But let's just wait for him a bit. Let me go through the comments. So you guys think it's a really smart concept, right? Though. So of course I'm happy about it because maybe one day I can participate in that overall and things and win some money if I'm lucky enough. Yarevas could be a big disruptor. I guess it makes sense if many of the Georgian guys would go and compete because it must be quite easy for them to reach a place. Vladikavkaz is just quite close to a capital city.
My laptop died.
Oh, okay. So welcome back.
Thank you.
I was
Yeah,
just talking
well,
about Revas. Maybe would also be interested in competing because
I think there was someone. I think there were some talks about it, but I think at the end he didn't come because of the. But that was the another one. I don't think he wants to go.
okay.
Um, I think there was some talks about it, but then he had the match with Dave, and then I don't know. He's probably
But
not
I
coming.
mean, but maybe it would make sense because it's not far from him. I'm sure he would.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that many guys from his team are going, so maybe he would go also.
Right. Yeah. Surup is going, and is there anyone else from? Okay, so David is going. Surup and David. Do you know of any other Georgians going?
I know one more at least. Lightweight guy, 75 kilo guy.
Okay. The strong guy.
Yeah, strong guy. He used to compete at Worlds and Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
He has a weird name. I don't remember now. But yeah, maybe.
This comment is quite. Okay. Do you want to answer that one first?
Okay, just quickly. Yeah, I was even planning to go now also, but then the trip is just still a little bit too annoying. No direct flights, and so it's a pity. I think I would enjoy
Yeah.
competing.
That would probably be really fun.
Somehow, anytime you can win money, it's very different for me because many of these other guys, they are competing and they would get, if they win something at Europeans, they get supported by the government. So it is exciting for them.
Yeah.
Where Europeans and World, for me, it's just a title thing. So anytime they do offer real money, it suddenly becomes exciting. So I would be very tempted to try it.
Go right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right about the flight thing. There was some. I think it was Svetan and I think Svetan went with someone else, and they couldn't sleep or something. I think he went with Farid or something or someone, and they couldn't sleep and something because of some flight problems.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, I remember.
So yeah,
Ferit was saying something that he was struggling. I don't remember what exactly happened, but
there was some stuff with the flights, right, or something like
yeah.
that with transportation. But yeah, and and there's another comment here. Lagi is saying, "I want to see Hermes and Jerry at AMC." Or just to like just to just to see them fight with Sauer and the other guys, or
Yeah, I guess that's what we want to do.
I think everybody just wants to see Sauer fight someone, right? Like he's always fighting in these tournament stuff. I think people really want to see him go against some top guy and see if he can perform as well.
Jerry is maybe a little bit like Devon, where the tournament format would suddenly make it a bit difficult. Or same like Michael Todd, for example, also, very
Yeah,
good arm wrestlers, but suddenly, a bit too static and
but
cannot
like
finish.
Jerry, I think Jerry's competed at a lot of tournaments, right? Like
No, I'm sure he did, but
all
still.
those old tournaments, like the Yukon Jack and stuff. I think he was competing a lot there, and so I don't think
But I feel
tournaments
like,
are.
technique-wise, it's a bit more suitable for super match format where he can really outlast people. He can.
That's true, but at the same time, right? Like you also can get rid of your opponents easily, right? With someone who's not used to it, you meet someone like say Jerry's level is close to Sauer's, like his strength, and he goes for this press in a tournament, right? Don't you think he would be able to press him down?
So let's say he is able to press him down after a couple of surges, and then he gets a fresh Silayo. So I feel
Right.
like he.
That's true as well. But do you think I'm not sure if Jerry loses that much power from.
I feel like it's still a bit difficult for him to immediately finish people.
Okay, yeah, you're probably
I feel
right.
like he would like to, get him out of position, and he cannot be finished. He's very good at defense, and then slowly, during a super match, he would outlast people. I don't think he would feel very comfortable always giving his wrist away, and
Yeah, you're probably right.
against
It's probably better for a super match, right? Probably better.
I think so, but it doesn't mean that he's bad at the tournaments, but just probably
no.
still a bit better.
He's probably good. I think he would be good in the tournament still, but
Yeah.
maybe not optimal. Okay, yeah. But I'm not sure. Do you want to just read another question?
Yeah, let me see.
This one. Eric and Guyan saying, honestly, Dave Chafee should go if he heals.
So yeah, that's someone who could be good at that format, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. That seems like kind of his like back in the day as well, right? It seems like kind of his favorite way to compete, maybe in a way. But he seems like he's kind of not really there right now, right? Like he should maybe take a break. Now he's fading. Did you see he's fighting Sonov?
So yeah, that's interesting. I didn't really. I heard it somewhere.
You're right.
Maybe he will lose, by the way.
You think he could lose?
I think he will.
That would be a great win for Sona, right?
And it would be a pretty bad loss for Chafee. He's downgrading quickly.
That would probably seal the retirement, right? That would be like a retirement match.
No, maybe he wouldn't, but
did you see
yeah.
Did you see like in the interview after King of the Table, he was like thinking about I think he said something about retirement for sure.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. No,
I am sure he said something like he was thinking about taking a break or something, or retiring or something.
Ooh, but yeah, not good. So maybe
but
this at the same time there was last fight.
Could be. But at the same time, there was some talks about why not go down to 115. Like imagine Dave at 115, right?
Mm-hmm. Suddenly,
I feel like Prudnik would maybe be a bad matchup for him at that weight.
But yeah, that's interesting, right? These guys keep pushing their weight up all the time. I'm sure it's difficult to handle, like health-wise. Maybe it's time to downgrade it.
I think so too. But at the same time, I think some of these guys are just naturally that big. I think Dave is maybe not the guy who would be like Devin, who could go there easily. I feel like he's maybe at his resting weight right now.
I don't know. He still looks very. The muscles are like really. He's really filled out, right?
Right, that's true. But there's some guys are just like that, right? Like, doesn't necessarily need to be enhancement or anything. There's some freaks out there for sure.
Yeah, but Dave, I'm sure he's not on. He's not super clean.
Okay.
Have you seen some of his pictures where his veins are just popping out like crazy?
Yeah, it looks insane, especially after like every match, right? Like his right forearm is just like you can't really you can't even explain how big it looks, right?
So I don't know. He might feel good also at a smaller weight.
Yeah, maybe it would just be interesting to see him maybe with some lighter guys, right? Could be funny.
Yeah, for sure.
Interesting. This is interesting. I have never actually heard about this. Andrea is saying,
prize money.
Yeah, you read it.
If it is true, it will be crazy, right?
So 90% of the prize money at AMC comes from entry fees, which is around $250. Did you know that? Do you know that? You must know, right?
Yeah,
because
the entry fee is quite high. Yeah, I knew that.
And that upcoming tournament, there are already more than 80 participants.
But so what is it? 80 times 250? What is it?
Yeah.
It's only 20,000. So 20,000.
That's just the two overalls, right? That's not even the two overalls.
Yes, in total we have 90-something thousand now this event.
Yeah.
So I would disagree here because it would be too easy if you could simply invite people, get this high participation fee.
Right. It must be some sponsors, right? Like
yeah, for sure. because we could make a tournament maybe, and we could invite people, and we could say 250 to compete, and
$250
then if
to
you
go
can
and
make,
lose twice.
but it would be fun if you could attract big arm wrestlers from around the world.
Oh yeah, like internationally, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not that easy. You need some extra support from sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors would definitely be the way to go, right? What about this one? Timmy Turner is asking, is AMC the new slutty?
So I don't think so, not yet. But you never know. Maybe someday. It's because what was Lottie, right? Lottie was a tournament which really attracted everyone around the world. Many of the best guys went into it.
I don't know. Like it seems like maybe in some of the categories, seems like
Yeah, in some way it's similar, right?
AMC could be maybe even be more difficult than slutty in some ways, right? Don't you think?
More difficult? No, I would not say so. I don't think. You see, some of the best guys are just now starting to realize that it's happening and they are joining it now.
Right.
So I don't think you can say that. But yeah, it's quite similar. It's a tournament which is not tested, so anyone can go and juice up.
Right.
And then it has some good money prize.
How much money do you probably know, right? Like how much money was in Slutty Tour? How much, like, was it for different classes or?
So it did change throughout the years. I think I only competed late, like quite a bit late. Then they already reduced the money prizes quite a bit. So maybe you could win $1,000 for first place or something like that.
Yeah.
It was not very, very impressive. So AMC is, you could say, is more profitable.
Okay.
Wait a second. What kind of contracts are we talking about?
The guys in top 3. Like
Are we talking
exclusive contracts?
Hope it doesn't mean they will not be able to pull over here. Andrea, are you talking about AMC?
Yeah, probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
That, and if they're signing contracts, probably exclusivity, right? Like what else would you pay someone for?
Interesting.
What contract does that mean that they get some bonus, or it's just like they just have to sign it to get the money from the tournament, or like what's the thing here? Like imagine you go there and you win and you have to sign this
that would be weird
to get the money, right? So now you can go east versus west, and
I would hate it.
Yeah, that would be terrible. Okay, but that's interesting.
Yeah, maybe we'll find out one day.
Right.
Well, okay, so we are already 1 hour and 14 minutes in.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need to go for much longer.
Right, we could stop it now.
Is there anything else super important? We did talk about AMC, we did talk about AWE, we did talk about East versus West a little bit. I'm pulling Doug Ehrlich once again. By the way, I feel like it's gonna be a very fun match because Doug, he's funny guy.
Shit. Yes,
he's talking shit. Maybe I can.
Talk
of course, we are kind of playing a little bit, but we will try to push the limits, I guess.
Right.
So I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be, yeah.
And Doug is gonna come in very big. So it's not.
If he's 90 kilo now, and then he'll probably do a water cut, right? And
yeah, he'll do a water cut, then jump up again. So it's tough. It's really tough. Not easy.
Are you gonna try to put on some weight, or
maybe I will start eating some rice?
Rice.
But I'm not really. You're
not worried about the weight.
I will not push it. No, I'm not worried. Because I still need to pull some other events. Maybe I need to do the.
Yeah, that's what I'm
still planning to go to Kazakhstan and do Worlds this year.
Yeah, so maybe now the 70 kilo is totally out of the question, right? Like.
Not yet. Not yet.
You're still thinking about it?
Yeah, still thinking. I guess I will decide, after these couple like East versus West matches and so on. I will see how I feel, but
When is the Kazakhstan Worlds?
it's at the end of August, so almost
Oh,
September.
so it's kind of close actually.
1 month away, basically, from East versus West, like after East versus West.
Right. So you would have to do a pretty big cut to get down to 70.
Yeah, but let's say if I'm 60, no, yeah, now I'm
You're like
76.
77, right, or something?
I'm 76 now, actually.
Okay.
So it's not crazy. I just reduce calories and
But yeah, okay. So, but in 1 month? Oh yeah. So that's
I guess I
probably
would have to
okay.
do it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Doesn't seem optimal. Doesn't seem
It's
optimal.
not easy, but it's a sacrifice for sure. But
Maybe just go 75 and destroy it. Just
so yeah, I don't know.
yeah. But two things to think about, right?
Exactly. So I think we just ended here. Let's
end
keep
it
it short this time.
for sure.
Very good to talk to you, Marius. Good to
Yeah,
talk
you
to you. See you next Wednesday. Let's see if we
Yes.
stick
See
with
you
this
Monday,
name.
right? You're coming Monday.
Also Monday. We train. And I'm not sure if we stick with this name for the live show or we change it to
Oh
something
yeah, maybe
else.
we should ask now. Should we ask or
Yeah, guys, maybe leave some funny
some
names for us,
suggestions?
which we
Guys,
could
we're
use
looking for.
the live show.
Yeah.
We need a good name for it.
Yep.
Wait a second, let me see. There's also no, then one Masters Armor thing in it. Can one trick ponies. Can oh, this is interesting.
Okay, nice.
Wait, he had another comment. Did you talk about how the fencing hook does not exist? No, we didn't mention it yet.
Yeah,
Or
this
maybe we did
for a
mention it a
different
little
episode.
bit.
Different episode.
But okay, let's leave this one for a different episode. But maybe I will quickly answer this one. One trick ponies. No, I would say one trick ponies cannot be masters. Me myself, I'm very good at every single technique possible.
Wait, look at this name.
Ninjas podcast. Yeah, just
funny.
join the names. Okay.
That was funny.
So yeah, what do you think, Myers?
If one trick ponies can be masters?
Do you feel like you are getting close to mastering arm wrestling completely, like me? Or do you still feel like you need something to learn?
I'm getting there.
Okay, you see, guys, Marius is also getting close.
Getting there. Not quite yet, but getting there.
Very good. But okay, it was very fun again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just end it here.
Yeah. See you.
See you.